Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships in the Tier 4 Japanese destroyer, the Isokaze. Now I'm back on the thingy map, which I will check now if it gives it the Straits map, which as you can see has a nice big open sea area in the north, the south, and then a sort of an island chain thingamajig in the middle. Now this game was actually very fun and very amusing, which is why I'm showing it to you. We are in a Tier 5 game. In fact, this isn't too bad matchmaking for the Isokaze actually. We've got some Tier 5 carriers on both sides, some Tier 5 battleships on both sides, Congo's Japanese, versus American, and then a whole bunch of Tier 4 other ships. For attacker, I think that's a cruiser, but don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. We've got the Minikaze, which is the Isokaze's big brother, and then a few other things, like that's a Russian destroyer. So yeah, so what's happening now is we're doing pretty much the strategy that we did on the last video that I did in this map. All of the heavy ships are heading south, so the idea is to take C and B again, so B and C, the middle one there, and then the southern one. I'm heading this way, primarily because what I'm aiming to do is keep an eye on A. So the idea is, although I'm not going to try and capture A, well I might take it if the opportunity presents itself. My main aim is to just see what they're doing, keep eyes on the enemy team as opposed to taking control of it. So this is pretty much what I'm doing here, weaving around. Nobody can see me yet. There, we've just spotted some of their ships. So some of their ships have come north. This gives me something to shoot at, which is nice. They're miles away though, so it'll be a little while before I get into torpedo range. It's a shame they nerfed the speed on these torpedoes actually. They were something like 60 something knots and they're now 57, which is a bit irritating, but it's not too big a deal. I think all the people complaining about it were kind of overdoing it really. So anyway, aiming at this guy, he's a bit far away, and then we still want to stay out of sight as well. That's the other thing. The spot range on this destroyer is 6.1 kilometers, so what I'm trying to do is keep out of spotting range. So we're aiming at the close one, even though you can't really see from this replay. We're aiming at the guy who's 6.2 kilometers away, and then we pull away with the aim of staying out of that 6.1 kilometer spot range. Because at the moment they have no idea I'm here, which is how I like it, because having two battleships and a cruiser all shooting at me would not be good for my long-term health. So I don't think any of these hit. My accuracy isn't that great in this game. Oh crap, aeroplane. Right, I wanted to stay away from him. He's got a closer detection range. Kind of ironic actually, because you'd expect in reality that aeroplanes would have a longer detection range. But anyway, aircraft is like 3.5 kilometers or something like that, so I want to stay out of his range as well. I don't want to be spotted by the aeroplane. My aim is to basically play this in as much as possible, to play this in complete secrecy. So again, we're aiming at this 6.8 kilometer cruiser. He's obviously over here somewhere for whatever reason, and I really don't know why. It won't let me. Oh, now it's doing it. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's actually telling me where I was actually aiming at the time. So those torpedoes have missed as well. He's turned the other way, which is rather inconsiderate of him. Jingles always talks about how battleship drivers and cruiser drivers, well battleship drivers mainly, always drive in straight lines. I never see any evidence of this. It must just be in the replays that Jingles sees. I don't believe this is true, because all the battleships that I ever play against always dodge. And I've just been detected, which I did not want to happen at all. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually trying to predict him turning away. So when somebody sees you like this, they generally tend to automatically assume you're launching torpedoes at them, which means they try and turn. Now it takes a good 30 seconds for the torpedoes to actually get there, which means in that time oh crap, he's shooting at me. Oh well, that's fine. By the time your torpedoes get there, they are no longer travelling in the direction they... Ooh!
We destroyed an enemy cruiser.
What? Okay, yeah, what I did then was I didn't aim at... That was awesome. I didn't aim at where he was going, I aimed at where I thought he was going to turn to, because that little grey shadow thing that tells you where they're going doesn't tell you that. And somebody else just nailed their other cruiser. Man. So it's one battleship. Oh no, it's that battleship just there. So one battleship, one destroyer just killed both of their cruisers. But so what I did there was I launched a set of torpedoes where the little aim shadow told me he was going, and then I set another two where I thought he might turn to, because by the time my torpedoes get there he could be going in a completely different direction. Sometimes that works, as it did just then, perfectly, I might add, and other times it really doesn't. However, that was amazing. I was really happy with that one. I was surprised as well, but I was really happy with that. He just didn't even try to dodge, as far as I can tell. So anyway, now, carrying on, we've got 2 battleships left, who are now exchanging salvos with our guy, who is over there, and not looking very healthy. So I'm trying to harass them with torpedoes. Yep, and in fact they've just taken him out. He managed to get one more salvo off, but he is dead. So now I'm going to try and avoid getting spotted. Oh crap! I've just been spotted again. Same thing, same deal again. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to do the same thing with the battleship. I'm trying to predict where he's going to turn to. So I'm assuming he's not going to sail in a straight line. This guy looks like he might actually be, and he's just launched a full broadside at me. Well, from his front guns anyway. That guy's launched a full broadside and missed completely, which is totally fine with. Yeah, he's turned now. I was expecting him to turn the other way, so I think all of these torpedoes miss. Do they? Yep, there they go. We're still hammering them though. We've taken 1 loss, they've taken 5, which is really good going. And I'm out of view range again now. They've just lost sight of me again, so they're probably going to launch broadsides at my last spotted position, or where they think I'm going to go. I've launched my. I don't know why I fired my guns at him, because I've just got me detected again, and that just shattered against his armour. I don't think that did anything. But then it takes ages for that detection to disappear now. That was a stupid move. I don't know why I did that, because only 1 gun was actually able to fire anyway. And then I think. Yeah, then I noticed this guy over here. I just took massive damage then. That must have been from a battleship. I took heavy damage again. Gosh, I've just lost most of my health just from doing that. However, I'm now out of view again, and now I'm firing at this guy. Except I don't think I'm going to hit him. I think he turns out of the way as well. Anyway, so I'm still playing tag with these 2 battleships, as well as this cruiser. I think they're playing tag with him, actually. I don't think they're shooting at me. He's not shooting at them. He's shooting at him. And yeah, this is all getting very complicated. Yeah. So anyway, I'm just trying to keep these 2 occupied. Well, as I say, I'm trying to keep them occupied. He's keeping them occupied. I'm trying to take advantage of the fact that he's keeping them occupied by launching torpedoes at them and hoping that some of my torpedoes hit. Those ones, I don't think are going to get anywhere near him. I think he's going too far away. That's the other thing, is that if you get in range, but the enemy ship is sailing away from you, then yeah, your torpedoes will run out of range before they get there. So you have to account for that as well. Now I've just been spotted again, so now I turn away. Try and avoid... crap. Yes! Try and avoid... If he's got any sense, he'll be turning. He's lost sight of me, so he's shooting at somebody else. If he's got any sense, he will have turned, because he should know that I've launched torpedoes by this point. Apparently not, so far. Anyway, let's turn around and try and have another go. I think I was within enough range to allow for him moving away, because he is moving away slightly, if you look at the minimap. Just here. We have another cruiser. The cruiser's coming back. I don't know whether I noticed. I think I noticed. But I also... Oh yeah, we got a hit on him. Awesome. The other torpedo missed though. So now, what did I do? I think I was aiming at that cruiser now. For whatever reason I can't tell who I targeted, but I think I wanted to get a bit closer and go so I turn the other way, try and avoid... Yeah, I'm in view range now, but I have managed to launch torpedoes, and then I launch again, deliberately launch short, because I'm hoping that he'll either turn away or turn towards, and then the last set will hit him. This is the idea. You have to try and allow for the other side to dodge as well. That's the challenging bit to do with torpedoes. If you do it right, then it goes very well. If you do it wrong, then you miss completely. But then you miss completely anyway, because anybody with half a brain who sees a destroyer that close to them is going to assume that I've launched torpedoes, because that's what destroyers do. Now he's dodged the first set. Is he going to dodge the second set? They are getting very close. Has he dodged them? Oh, they hit him! Nice. He's out. Well, he's almost out. Meanwhile, we get another set off against this guy, who has now spotted me as well. So we turn away, because I do not want to take a broadside to the face. Angling at the oh, aish! That was from the cruiser or the boss. I don't know. I got spotted. This is not a good position to be in. So I immediately burn my repair kit, get my engine back up, steering back up, take another hit. Luckily that was only in the stern, and we're heading into here now. Lay a smoke screen. Now the idea here, I'm not slowing down, so I'm not going to be staying in the smoke screen, but what I want to do is put a smoke between me and them, so then they don't spot me. As you've just seen, I've now lost vision on all of them. So I've slowed down. Just let me catch my breath, get my bearings. Then I move on again, and I leave the smoke screen because I know they're too far away. In theory, anyway. There we go. Yeah, he's too far away to spot me, and I've launched my torpedoes because he's heading towards me, so he will be in range by the time they get there. And guess where they all shoot? Watch this. There we go.
Engine boost activated.
They're shooting into the smoke screen because they think I'm over there. This is the advantage of smoke screens that I don't think I've ever seen anybody else do, actually, is that you don't actually have to hide in them. What you can do is you can give everybody else, they've seen me now, but that you can give them something else to shoot at. So if they... that didn't work that well because I got a bit too close, but they've got a nice big smoke screen to shoot at. By definition, they're no longer shooting at me, which is absolutely perfect. Ha, he missed. I'm out of view. They think I'm retreating down this way. So what do we do now? I think I'm still deciding what to do at this point. They think I'm legging it through this channel. So we slow down. We turn. Because I'm hoping that they've going the other way. They've decided to go the other way. And I think, in other words, basically the idea, I guess if they'd actually followed me down here, then they would have got torpedoes to the face, which is what this is for. If they don't follow me down, then I'm doing something they don't expect, because they'll expect me to come the other way. And in fact, they're not. They've turned away. They've turned off and they're heading away, which means that I can now approach them from an unexpected direction. So it was a bit of a win-win situation. If the cruiser tried to chase me into the channel, I could torpedo him from really short range, and it'd be difficult for him to dodge. But that was the idea, in fact, which is probably why he didn't come this way. Now, here's where I have a bit of a conundrum, because the cruiser, in fact I'm going to go off the free camera for this, the cruiser is on very, very low health, and he's also out of torpedo range, and he's moving away, so trying to get torpedoes on him is very difficult. However, he's on just a tiny sliver of health, and I'm broadside on. So we use the guns, which immediately gets me detected. However, boof! Nailed him. I got a citadel hit. I can't believe I got a citadel hit with 4-inch high explosive. Yep. Immediately got broadsided by the battleship, but that was completely worth it. And he didn't kill me anyway. He took off another third of my health. Just in time for me to burn my repair kit. But I'm out of view again now. I can't believe I got a sit on that cruiser, right? I got a citadel hit. Now a destroyer only has 4-inch guns. Japanese guns are not great anyway, and I was firing high explosive. How on earth did I manage to get a citadel hit? That's my second kill. I just didn't get that at all. I mean, I was happy with it, but how on earth did that work? So now we've hidden around this island, so we're out of view again. We're nice and safe. I can't afford to take a hit at all now. I think a battleship could just kind of sneeze in my general direction, and I would struggle to survive. So at this point, there's not a huge amount more I can contribute, especially because we've still got 3 battleships. Yeah, we've got 2 of them are tier 5s. They've got a tier 5 and a tier 4 battleship. We've got 2 tier 5s and 1 tier 4, and a carrier and me. And the carrier's still got his dive bomber squadrons and his torpedo squadrons active. And they don't have their own squadrons anymore because they're all dead. And they also don't have cruiser level AA fire, although battleships aren't actually too bad with AA either. The scores are more or less neck and neck because they're in charge of 2 of the capture points and we've got most of the kills. So the actual base capture point scores are more or less the same. But I'm heading in to try and get another torpedo strike in if I can. And we will see how this goes. Our ships are somewhat out of position actually, because we've got 1 battleship all the way over here, in F9. F9, he's out of it. He's not going to get anywhere near close enough, anywhere near in time. So it's just these two. Let's activate free camera. There's that one there, and there's another guy behind him who's currently not visible. So there's those two who are, oh come on, there we go. Those two are the two battleships that are relevant. The carrier is relevant, and I'm heading towards relevance. And they've just lost a battleship. I didn't notice that. Their battleship's just died. So it is now just the New York left on their team. And he's heading, what do I do with him? I think I chase after him. He's heading around the island, which is fine. My engine boost is about to finish recharging. Our two battleships are still both... Oh, come on. Behave. There we go. They're still both there. They're capturing B now. So Bravo is now being capped. And he's obviously heading around the island. So now we do a very cunning thing. And remember, he's not aware that I'm here. At the moment, I'm out of his view range. He knows I'm around somewhere. But he's obviously forgotten that I exist. Because he's taking no precautions against destroyer attack at all. To be fair to him, he does have bigger problems. Now he's obviously planning to go round the island. Why he's going around the island, I'm not sure. I was expecting to actually stop on this side. Because at this point there's only 3.5 minutes left in the game, and he probably could have had a fair chance of surviving. Not winning. He's not going to win now, because we've got more points than him. But he would probably survive if he just stayed still, but he doesn't do that. He's also obviously going to be coming back round the other way. So, given that the island is shielding me from his view, so I'm within his view range now. Dive bombers just did something. Torpedoes, what are the torpedo bombers doing? Are they launching torpedoes? I'm not sure. Given that he's obviously coming round, and I'm within... start again. I'm well within his view range, but the island blocked him, so he couldn't see me. So what I did was launch torpedoes from well within my maximum range. He's doing a point-blank duel with two other battleships. So he's basically out of it. His point defence is on me, which could end up killing me because my health isn't good enough to survive hits from point defence. But it's a perfectly aimed spread. Look at that. Boosh! And he's out. And that was the end of that. I'm going to pause that. Oh well. Anyway, so I got 3 kills, ton of damage. Somehow managed to get a Citadel hit on a cruiser. I have no idea how I did that, especially with the Japanese destroyer guns, which are generally regarded as horrific. And yeah, some interesting use of smoke there, I thought, as well. So I hope that's instructive to anybody who plays this game, or was enjoyable to people who watched it. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would invite you to do so, because that always helps me out, makes me feel good about myself as well. Yep. And I will see you in the next video. So thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.